So today I want to take a look at premium ships, and primarily what makes a premium ship special. I'm sure you all know by now, and if you don't, I'll fill you in, but the USS Alabama is making its way to the game very soon. However, you're not going to get to play the USS Alabama, and the reason for that is it's going to be a special reward for super testers only. Now, before we get into that, I want to give my opinions on super testers. Let's face it, they put a lot of work into this game. They do a lot of good things for us. They make sure the ships are balanced. They put in a lot of time and a lot of hard work. So I don't have a problem that they're getting something special for their hard work. They deserve it. They really do. Now, a lot of people disagree that they deserve a special ship, though. And a lot of people disagree that they deserve a special ship that isn't part of a class that already exists yet. The USS Alabama, of course, is a South Dakota class battleship. That is not currently in the game. And it's funny because just yesterday I was talking about United States battleships. And not only that, how they're kind of being crapped on. Well, I don't want to say they're being crapped on exactly, because they're not. I mean, we've got the USS Arizona, and that's a great ship. So we've got premium ships, but the line still lags behind the Germans and the Japanese. So, now that the USS Alabama is making its way into the game with an all-new ship class, a lot of people are feeling a little bit sore that they're not going to get this goodness. But that's besides the point. I don't want to start or restart a complete flame war about, oh, we're not getting the USS Alabama, I'm completely upset, this sucks. Because personally, I'm a little upset too. But I don't want to focus on that. I want to give you all an outlet, a venue to voice your opinions on ships that matter. Premium ships make their way into the game. We got USS Arizona. There's a little debate over that ship, whether it should have been in the game because of its significance to the United States of America. The same goes for the USS Missouri. Of course, the debate and the argument with that ship was it was unobtainable to 75% of the people playing the game. So I guess, yes, that's another sore spot as to why people might be upset the USS Alabama's not coming to the line. One ship, the Missouri, already made its way into the game, and a lot of people are never going to get to play that ship. So, I think there's a little bit of sore feeling that maybe North America isn't getting the battleships people want or deserve or need. I don't know. But anyhow, now's the time to voice your opinion. What makes a premium ship special? What makes a ship special? Because to be honest, for the USS Alabama, if you live outside the United States, you probably don't even know about that ship or the significance. You've probably heard about the line, the Dakota line of battleships. But for some people, maybe even people in the United States, maybe people living in the Northeast, the USS Massachusetts is going to be more important than the USS Alabama. So is it the fact that it's a new class of ship that we're not going to get to play, at least for the immediate future? Or is it the fact it's the USS Alabama? Because the Alabama did some great things in World War II, but nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, ships like the West Virginia and the Maryland did just as much. So, is it a small vocal amount of people that live in the Alabama area of this country that are upset? Is it people in general that are upset that it's another USS battleship but we can't play it and we're kind of lacking in the USS battleship department? Or is it people that are just kind of jaded that a small select group are getting something they're not going to be able to touch? Because again, I do think the super testers deserve something. They put in a tremendous amount of time, and not every single one of them is going to get this ship. There is a stringent set of rules in order to get this battleship. So not everyone's going to get to play it. That's a super tester. Not everyone at all. So, what makes a ship special to you? What are the criteria to make it a premium ship? Or a ship that we should all get to play? Is it the class? Or is it the ship itself? Is it the fact that it's a Dakota class of battleships? Or is it that it's the USS Alabama? That is what I want to try and determine. That's what I want to figure out. Because there's other ships out there that have significance to other people in other countries. A lot of them. I was talking to Little White Mouse in chat last night because, of course, this whole USS Alabama flap is huge. I'm sure Wargaming's getting blown up right now. People are kind of doing the whole knee-jerk reaction thing, and I understand, I get that. Again, you hear that a ship's coming out that you might feel is very important historically, or that you want to play, and you're not going to get it. Yeah, I can understand why you're going to be mad. I'm not going to say that I agree with Wargaming's logic here. I don't know why they made this move, but I'm not going to speculate. And maybe the USS Massachusetts is coming out very, very soon. We don't know yet. There are a lot of unknowns. So I'm not going to jump to conclusions. But again, talking to Little White Mouse, she's like, yeah, I've heard of USS Alabama, but only because it's a North Dakota class battleship. I don't understand the whole lust for it. And she didn't really say lust for it. I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but again, this is someone that lives in Canada who doesn't understand fully why so many people are enraged about the USS Alabama. I guess it's kind of the same as if you lived in Germany and you found out the Tirpitz was coming out for super testers only, or another small select group, or a group that has earned 750,000 XP and only they'll get to play it. I guess it's kind of the same thing, but the Tirpitz has a lot more historical impact than the USS Alabama. I mean, let's face it, the Alabama did some really good things in World War II. Is it the fact that it's a museum ship? That it's out there and can be visited? Kind of like North Carolina? Because the USS Massachusetts is out there as well. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now, and that's what I want to ask you all. And I know that my audience is primarily located in North America, so my fellow Americans and Canadians and anyone else, even you British out there and German, what makes a ship special to you? What or why should a ship be included in-game? As premium or as part of the regular tree line? What is the criteria for that? Should a museum ship automatically be premium and something everyone should play? Or for that matter, what should the super testers get? Because again, I think they put in a lot of time and they deserve something. I want to hear your ideas. I want you to let me know what ships are out there that you think are definite ships that you think every single person should have. What ships historically? I mentioned West Virginia and Maryland on the battleship side. Significant importance. I would like to see USS Johnston in the game. I feel that that Fletcher-class destroyer is very important for what it did at the Battle off Samar. But other people might not. You might be in Japan or Asia or Germany and say, hey, I've never even heard of USS Johnston. That's great, Zoop. You think that ship's important, but to me, it's nothing. I don't get it. Why do you care so much about it? So yeah, if the shoe was on the other foot and the super testers were getting a ship like the USS Johnston, maybe I personally would be enraged just because I know the history. So for those of you outside of Alabama and the US, you might not even care about the USS Alabama. You might not care about this situation. It might not matter to you. But that's what I'm trying to figure out. What ships matter to you right now? And what ships do you think should be in the game, and why? And what do you think about special reward ships? Do you feel that some individuals should be rewarded with ships? Maybe they should just be awarded with something as simple as a special camouflage that no one else is ever going to get. I know other games do that. Battlefield does that. The developers had awesome black camouflage in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. We kind of coveted that when we looked at it and saw it. We're like, man, can we get that camo? Of course not. It's for developers only. Maybe super testers should get a camouflage that's similar to that. All black or black matte. I don't know. Or maybe it is completely fair to give them a ship. Because again, they've done a lot. So, what do you all think is fair? Post your comments, let me know, because invariably, someone from Wargaming is probably going to be looking at these comments. I'm definitely going to be looking at them. What do you think is a fair reward for super testers? And what do you think is the criteria for a ship to make it into the game for everyone to play? Anyhow, I'm interested to see what you all think. I'm trying to keep a neutral stance on this right now. I'm not going to jump to conclusions, really. A lot of people have. But I'm just going to wait and see what happens, because maybe we're going to get a separate Dakota class. Maybe something's coming our way. Maybe we get USS Massachusetts, and they all get the Alabama. I don't know, but I'm not going to speculate at this point. Guys, give me your thoughts. Post them. Let me see them. I'm very interested to see what everyone thinks, because this is a huge topic right now. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later. I am out.